I am style like a rose, and this is the path that shows. And just like a flower, I will blossom to the first light. There comes the rain, then comes the cold, then comes the sunlight. I will grow, I will flourish, just like a rose.
And welcome to Style with Roses. Today I am super excited because today we're going to look at two of the main issues that we face every day. Actually, one is what we're going to focus on. I was thinking of something. They say that if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. But if you teach a man how to fish, you actually feed him for the rest of their life. And that's what we're looking at today, because charity and philanthropy, those are two different things, and yet they are a core being of our humanity. Charity takes care of instant gratification, as in the now. I want to eat and I'm going to eat now. But philanthropy equips you for the rest of your life, and it touches on the very core of humanity. And we're all about that today on Style with Roses. The very special guest that I have, I am so super excited to meet this phenomenal woman who is walking that journey and empowering other budding roses on a journey of philanthropy. Stay with me and we get to meet my special guest for today. Stay with Style with Roses. I'll see you in a bit.
And just like a flower, I will blossom to the first light. There comes the rain, then comes the cold, then comes the sunlight. I will grow, I will flourish, just like a rose.
So today we're actually talking philanthropy, because that is what it is that she does. So joining me today is Ms. Chitalu Chishimba. Welcome.
Thank you.
It even sounds nice when I say Chitalu Chishimba, so I'll just call you Chitalu.
Yes,
sounds good.
Sure.
Really relaxed. Welcome to Style with Roses.
Thank you, Rose. And how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. You look fabulous. Pink, my favorite color.
Thank you.
So let's play a little game. Let me just see how fast you think.
Yes.
So I'm going to ask you some questions, and then you just answer them with one word.
Okay.
So you can't like ask why and whatever unless I say why. Are you ready?
Ready.
I'm going to play very quickly. No
Okay.
repetition.
Okay.
Okay, let me even sit up and ask you nicely.
Great.
In 2, 3, 1, what color is your toothbrush?
Pink.
If you could be any animal, what would it be and why?
A bird, because I'll be on top of everything.
What is one of the things that you would put on your bucket list?
Well, going to China.
Who's your superhero?
My mother.
Who do you admire the most?
Myself.
If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go and why?
I would go to the sky because I'll be away from traffic and all the trouble.
That's true. Okay. What is your dream job?
What I do.
Are you a morning or night person?
I'm a morning person.
Would you rather gain 10 kilos or be banned for the internet for a month?
I would rather be banned from the internet.
Okay. Would you rather be allergic to chocolates or allergic to smartphones?
Allergic to chocolate.
Oh, you need that smartphone. Would you rather always get stuck in traffic or always have really slow internet connection?
I would rather get stuck in traffic.
Okay. What about having a flying car or have the fastest internet connection?
I'd rather have the fastest internet connection.
Okay. Would you rather have unlimited storage space on your phone or unlimited storage space in real life?
Limited storage space on my phone.
Oh. So would you rather give the rest of the internet control over your child or your parent?
My parent.
Oh, wow. That was quick. I like the way you think. You're a very fast thinker.
Thank you.
So are you more settled now?
Oh, yes, I am.
Talk about the good stuff that you're
Ready
doing.
to talk, yes.
Philanthropy, I mean, that is just something that we actually can't even spell sometimes.
Yes.
But it's so important. How did you find yourself there?
Well, I was a victim of abuse in my marriage. And I walked out of an abusive marriage with 2 little girls, my first daughter being 4 and my other daughter was 1 class.
Wow.
Yeah.
But hold that thought right there. We will be right back. She's going to be joining me on the couch, so don't go away. Stay with us and let's talk about philanthropy today, only on Style with Roses.
Zinanga dine Margaret Bwalya, nilipa Star Roses na Rose.
Hi, my name is Chitalu Chishimba and
I'm hanging out with Rose on Style with Roses.
Welcome back. So today we're talking philanthropy. And I've got with me a flourishing Rose who founded Vision of Hope, a non-governmental organization based in Lusaka, Zambia. So Vision of Hope focuses on a weekly outreach for the girls that are living in the streets of Lusaka. They provide shelter and a place for these girls to be rehabilitated so that there is an opportunity for them to be reintegrated back into their family. Vision of Hope actually believes that in investing in these girls and taking them off the street by giving them education, shelter, access to resources such as good health, allows them to thrive and bud the way they're supposed to. So Chitalu Chishimba, as our flourishing Rose, has taken up the mantle and provided a place that these girls can call home. We found it very fitting to sit and talk to this amazing flourishing Rose, Chitalu Chishimba, on the amazing work she's doing in philanthropy with Vision of Hope. So, Chitalu, I am just still in awe of how much you're doing with Vision of Hope. How are you feeling now that we're actually describing the work that you do?
Well, this just shows how much people see what we're doing, and sometimes we take it. I mean, there's no one watching, but this is amazing, really amazing to let the world know about the work.
I know, right? Because even in the opening remarks, when we were getting ready today, I was starting to think about the difference between philanthropy and charity work. You're not doing charity work. Philanthropy is actually where you're investing in equipping the girls with resources, education, and access to facilities that they wouldn't ordinarily have, right?
Exactly.
Okay, and how are you doing that? How do you get them off the street?
Well, we do street outreach, direct on the street. So during street outreach, we do rapport building. We get to know which girls are new on the street. We build a relationship and they know us. And then we also offer services that they may not be aware of. And also we want to learn from them. What is their experience like? And we don't force them. We want them to make decision, the right decision at the right time.
Okay.
But the street is just the street. So it's another community.
It's a life on its own. We hear about the street so much. So how old are these girls when you find them? What are the age ranges that you're dealing with?
Well, our age range is 11 to 18, but we find teen mothers. We also find, girls as young as 14 pregnant on the street.
Wow.
But of course, these are young girls that are living on the street.
And any success stories? Do you have any success stories through this outreach program of yours?
Definitely.
So give us some street cred stories that have happened on the streets.
Yeah, I'll talk specifically about one particular girl. We worked with, she came on the street when she was 8. She's a double orphan.
Wow.
And not born in Lusaka, but because of situations, she found herself in Lusaka and direct on the street.
Oh my goodness.
And we tried several times during street outreach to see how best she can come in the rehab home. But then because the street has its own activity, it's a gang, it's a community. And then...
It's real.
Oh yes, very much real.
Okay.
She went through a lot. And that at the age of 14 now, she had to make a decision because she actually kept running and falling, she'll be in
So you take her in and then she runs away and off she goes.
Yes.
Really? She doesn't like the safety of the shelter, or why?
No.
Why do they do that?
Why? Because they have so much freedom on the street.
Okay.
We have rules in the safe home and there are no rules on the street. And they are managers of their own lives. So you decide what to do, whatever time. If you want to go to sleep at 02 a.m., you can. In the safe home, there are no such things.
There's no teacher, no mommy, no daddy.
Nothing. On the street, they are exposed to different drugs.
Ooh.
And in the safe home, it's a no-go area for drugs.
Right.
They have to participate in house chores. On the street, there are no such things. There's supposed to be some order. There's an action plan for each and every child in the safe home. But because of that, they don't want. They would rather be on the street. But also, time and their experience on the street. makes them make a decision.
Okay. Wow. So what would you say are the challenges that you face when you're giving this kind of service? Because we've said philanthropy is where you are actually equipping, you're teaching someone how to fish. So when you're rehabilitating these girls, what is the process that is involved in trying to get them to remove the streetwise mentality, kind of, if I can call it that?
Of course, we offer a lot of services, but the best empowerment for the girl child is education.
Okay.
So we try to send them back to school, of course, after a short period of rehab, counseling, and medical screening and all that.
Okay.
So we take them back to school. For those that cannot go back to school, we try and link them to formal education where they can possibly have access to skills training. And yeah, those are just some of the anthropy approach, I can say.
Wonderful. So I just want to hear more about this gangster Maggie that you seem to be so passionate about. Where is she now? What has happened after you took her in?
Oh yes, Maggie is such a star now. You know, from the street, we put her in grade 5, first grade in school. She couldn't even hold a pencil. So we started.
Never been to school before?
Never. We had to put her in a community school and we had to rehaze with the school admin.
Okay.
We gave them a bit of background, but we had to do much of the work from home.
Okay.
And while she's going to school. Well, and she managed to qualify. Grade 7, she wrote an exam. She was so excited. And you know, I remember her saying, "Can I please go and visit my family?" And we were like, "Oh, so you have a family?" She says, "No."
You said she was double orphaned. Sorry to interrupt, but you said she was double orphaned. So what happens to the family in that case?
Apparently, this time she didn't realize actually that the only surviving auntie had passed on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she says, "No, I remember the uncle, I have an uncle was married to my auntie." So we had to track that.
Yeah.
And good Lord, we found this man who says, "No, sorry, your auntie is gone. I'm not with her." And, you know, so.
Okay. So just to bring you back there, Chitalu, so it means out of these street kids that we have, and we're specifically talking about girls because Vision of Hope actually focuses on girls. Do you do any boys?
No, not boys.
Specifically girls, why?
We are working with a girl child because there are so many facilities for boys to start with. Not only that, I think there are a lot of surviving skills for the boys. Boys can survive on the street.
Okay.
A girl child will never be on the street forever. A girl
Wow.
child will be 14 as a teen mother. And then she has to look after the baby. She's already a child.
So the
looking after-
maternal instinct kicks in.
Exactly.
Okay.
At an early stage.
Right. Okay, I see the difference there. But you know what? We'll take a quick break. And when we come back, we want to hear more about the work that Vision of Hope is doing. We're talking philanthropy. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You are watching Style with Roses, and today I'm spending quality time with a flourishing rose, Chitalu Chishimba. We're talking philanthropy, and Chitalu is the founder of Vision of Hope, which is the only, up until 2018, it is the only shelter that provides for street kids, specifically girls, that are taken care of by Vision of Hope. So when I listen to your story, you're talking about the experiences that actually mold these girls into greatness. What does greatness mean to you?
Well, greatness is seeing something, you know, positive come on board, a life-changing thing like Maggie, you know, from the street, going to school up to grade 9, and she says, "I can only cook." I think that's my, you know, what I feel I can do. And, you know, we take her for a 1-year program. She did general hospitality, and today she's working. She has a bank account.
You are joking.
She just signed a 2-year contract.
Oh
you
my
know.
goodness.
Yes, for the hotel she's working for. So I call that greatness because otherwise, exactly, transition from nothing, where there are risks, to somebody being responsible today.
Okay. Wow. But you know what? We'll take a quick break. Don't go away. We'll be right back. So for me, this is almost like at that part, you know, we've got a tradition on this show. And the reason why you're here today is to ask you represent a flourishing rose, because a flourishing rose is this beautiful rose that has opened up and is taking others with it in every season.
Wow.
So you've demonstrated that through your philanthropic work, where every time we're hearing of you dealing with young ladies. So I've got some help on this set, and I'm going to ask that they bring me this beautiful pink rose.
Oh my God.
Thank you very much, Miss Carol. So this beautiful pink rose is a symbol of appreciation and admiration from Style with Roses.
Oh, thank you so much.
We want you to remember that everything that you're doing doesn't go unnoticed.
Thank you.
Okay.
And it's matching with my shape.
It is,
So it's
absolutely.
brilliant. Thank
so
you.
shall we continue on the couch?
Thank you so very much.
Okay.
Wow. Yes.
But when we talk about giving and receiving, there's more joy in giving than receiving,
Exactly,
right?
sure.
So now we're going to put you on the spot. We want you to also pass the rose on to someone. We've passed the rose to you, so you need to pass a rose to someone else who you feel in your heart you want to continue to inspire, and you want them to grow into the very greatness of their purpose that they intended to be. So you have to think of that person as the rose comes. We've deliberately chosen a white rose
Okay.
because the white rose actually represents purity and innocence, which is the journey of the budding roses that you're doing. So this one you have to give away. Who would you want to give it to?
I think I'd really love to pass it on to Maggie.
Maggie?
Yes,
Okay.
she's such an inspiration.
Okay.
Yes.
What would you say to Maggie?
Well, I would really love Maggie to actually, take up what I've started.
Okay.
We need to prepare the young ones.
Yeah.
And I think it carries more impact for girls like Maggie, who has been there, to go back and, fish out those that need help, like herself. I think it would really carry weight, and it will make a huge difference.
Yeah.
And besides, I think it's just important to prepare people to take on, what we are doing.
I absolutely like that. We've already played the game today where I gave you like quick questions and fast answers. Do you like surprises?
Oh, yes.
You do?
Yes.
So we have a surprise for you. You need to actually say what you just did, but you get a chance to tell it to Maggie in person. Guess what? Maggie's here. Maggie, do you want to come forward, please? There's your surprise. We've got Maggie on set for us. Welcome, Maggie.
Thank you.
Please make
Thank
yourself
you so much.
comfortable.
Oh wow, look at that. There's your beautiful rose, Maggie, that you were
Maggie.
gushing about. So you get to give it to her in
thank you.
person.
This
very
is for
much.
you.
Thank you, Chitalu. Thank you very much.
Oh my
Thank you.
God. Pleasure to have you here.
So Maggie, welcome to Style with Roses.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I can see you're so excited to receive
Yes, I'm
the
so
rose
excited.
from
I'm
Auntie
so happy.
Chitalu, who you're just happy to see now.
Yes, exactly. I'm
She's
so
told us a
excited.
lot about you, so we already know all about you. But you tell us, what has your journey with Vision of Hope been like?
Life is a Penenzem Street. Yenze yovuta.
Eh?
Yenze yokosa mwandini. But bamchichi bana bwabwera mu street batengako. Tenzo tava so chabeta tava. Kesunga chinje pamene yapo. Sunga chinje pamene but pangono. But one day time na boya afika kuti nchinje manje. Na ine nkareko pamene nilidi apa manje.
So ezochita munga vabwaji pa street momwe mzonkana.
Nenzo kuma moba. Nenzo beba sticker, bostick.
Oh.
Nenzo pimpa drama. Mu street.
So as a
Kuti
savage mu
survive.
street wezocha abantu.
Asinenzo chabantu but wazangu ezomenya abantu.
So manje wachoka kuja ku street waenda ku Vision of Hope manje namvera timuma na ntchito you're working tishimikireko mwamene mwaendera na vanti Chitalu vako apo.
Bantu Chitalu banayamba bwino jane na manje niona jane kali kupitirira bwino ikali yenderera.
Okay.
Bantu Chitalu baranichinja kunipangana mwamene lili apa manje kunchinja life yanga. Somene nzeriri nenzo bema sticker mstown mwana mvula nisoba kogona nisoba pamvura kwa ilokera so pa street ni wondering kuti waza gona kai monzi mwanana but penamba usenza na mamchichi ku Vision of Hope pari kogora na safe buno buino chabe so bazapitiriza Manjiba mchichi ni mukazi. Nena ndine mukazi. Fasi nchinje, fasi nibwere ku school. Osinzoberenga nizaenda ku school, nzaziba kuberenga. And nagizipatibe katika molawu, and naenda kubashimikira na bevi. Penna perera mu grade 5. Lekani mgoze mpolmani for myanga ari kuti na bwerera mu grade 5. Na pasa na grade 7. Grade 7 na fero ka grade 9. Na fero ka grade 9, okay, nilikwenda kupika, nifuna nipelekeni kupika na school nifake nkoni pa odon. Ningachitoko vintu vinango.
Okay. So angena kuvopika utuli ku hospitality manje?
Apa nenze naenda ku hospitality, school yanga inaboya peze kapa nifunika na chabe wakanata asinakane school. Ninkaliche pa odon. Ninaenda barani pezera ku Mongo. Ninaenda ku Mongo 1 year 6 months. General hospitality, ninaisiriza yonse. Ninabwerera 2016. Ninapiza na nchito pa Exotic Chamba Valley Exotic Hotel. Depa mene didi apa manje depen sevens.
Yeah, alabwa sevens abuno. Auntie Chitalu, well done. I mean, this is a real story. These are real people. Street girl turned into the hospitality industry, a full circle because of somebody's kindness, who exercised philanthropy and empowered a young budding rose to become the fullness and the purpose for which they were intended. We really, really enjoy this particular love amongst the roses. But don't go away. Before you go, there's something special. Chameni tichita pano show. Ona bamene bakupasa ka flower ako. So na nifuna nimvele mwamene unapunzira nza kupasa something. Obafunza bantu Chitalu, right?
All right.
Okay. Let's get this. Nifuna utengemo 1 kapepa umu. Uberenge vamene vilipo. Let's see. Amene unaferuka grade 7.
Okay.
Akambati bwanja.
What's your best childhood memory?
Addressed to me?
Yes.
Oh, yes. My best childhood memory. I think the time we used to make babies from clay soil. Because I grew up, I was born after my parents had retired. My father used to work for the mine. So I never had an opportunity to have access to toys, you know, parents buying new toys or aunties or uncles. So for me, we would make toys out of creativity. So I remember I would make babies from clay soil, you know, go to the anthill, you know, get the soil, weight it up and make babies.
Yes, I remember Fiakubumba.
Yes, Chidumba, yes. And if you know, they cut your hair, you'd want to keep the hair. You know, so that when you make the baby out of clay, you add your natural hair to the...
That's why you like street kids. I didn't do that.
You see that?
So, that just sounds so street kids. No.
You see, those are moments I really remember. Serious creativity.
So that's what we had for you today. You see how beautiful it is when you give of yourself. The gift of generosity can never, ever be little. It will always mean something to someone. So today we just wanted to talk about philanthropy, and here is a beautiful example from Chitalu, Vision of Hope, and her beautiful budding rose, Maggie, who have shown us that an act of kindness goes a long way. So until next time on Star with Roses, join us for another exciting episode, and remember to bud, blossom, and flourish. Until next time, this is Rose CBC. Bye-bye.
I am style like a rose, and this is the path that shows. And just like a flower, I will blossom to the first light. There comes a